We had another week of the Mother Monsters. Last session we had, the group went around trying to find a place to sell their items. Since they could not do it in Nabor, they managed to go to the town north of Nybor, find a teleport, and went to the city of Magnamir, I believe, sold some items, and then came back. Greer let the party know that they were out for their adventure to the monastery in the mountains. So, um,
You regretted not having bought a giant bat for travel.
is there anything else before we leave Nabor that the party needs to do or remembers?
Nothing in my mind.
Make sure that people are informed where we're going, maybe.
Okay, so that's fair. Um, anything else that it brings to mind? I'll bring everybody to the city. Anything else that the party needs to do in the city? One last stone unturned, maybe.
Well, we've definitely got quite a good deal of our share of people in the jail cell, right?
Make sure the kobolds have enough food.
A couple to take care of themselves. So everyone, I mean, is there anything that for any scrolls? Everybody got their scrolls. Everyone got all that kind of stuff.
I'm thinking more blank scrolls and ink to write my stuff in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're ready then. We are ready. So Greer's there. This is going to be our little staging area for our adventure. The group can hop in their respective carts. We're going to say is right now, and I can always change things to make things more fair, of course. But the party has 20 people. I think it's great to have a count. We have the party members, Burke,
Oh, tokens
Gugo,
are below the other things.
I got you, Nacho, and Noalia. We have Greer. And then we have NPCs. Where is my Brightthorn guy?
You'll send the cards to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Items, maps. General Everbright. Here's my other. Okay, let me go to this part. Okay. Which will be with Greer. So how would the party? I'll give the party leeway this. When it comes to hunters and trackers and things of that nature, how do we like to use Remley roll? We have 6. We'll have with 20 people we can roll for just added bonuses for that many people, so we can have trappers and hunters. We give an NPC party caravan guards, cooks. That we give you bonuses on preparing the food and stuff like that. Is that fair?
Sure. Work handles pretty well.
What did you say?
Looking for supplies.
Yeah, because I mean you have scouts. Scouts are good for watching for danger, clearing obstacles, helping each other. We have escorts that can help people track for food. You have your hunters, things of that nature. You have your carpenters, your builders. So what I'm gonna do is I will roll some. Guko, you got quick math in your head?
Sure.
So we'll roll the first d6. So I might just make it 24. So we'll roll for how
I'm
many?
not sure what we're rolling.
Well, I was gonna roll for NPCs, like for
Oh, I
random
got
NPCs that give the party like an advantage. So,
Gotcha.
so, so the 4. So we'll have 4 cooks. Let's give advantage on morale, things of that nature. We'll roll for trackers now. So we have 2 trackers. They will give bonus on finding food. I'm gonna roll for hunters. I'm gonna roll for guards here.
Boy, these NPCs, they don't really, we don't have many valuable NPCs. They just sit
And then,
around and do nothing.
and then
It's all
carpenters.
women.
Carpenters. Oh, we're gonna have one builder. One builder came.
Nice. One whole builder.
1, 2,
Thank
3,
goodness
4,
I have the min spell, or else we'd be up
8,
a
8.
creek.
And we'll get a clergy. So we have 2
Oh,
clergy. Okay.
I'm missing.
I might have. What'd you say?
I'm missing one. What was? So I got 4 cooks, 2 trackers, 2 hunters. What was the third 2?
2 guards, 1 builder, and then 2 clergy.
Got
Yeah, and if I have to
Got it.
deal with this, as in go back and rework this, I will. Okay, so we're off on our adventure. Okay, Greer. Okay. For the party, I have drawn. I have a crude map of this area. Um, how I think this area is was planned out. It's an old map, maybe dating back to when Hunclay was an adventure in this part that I got from the Baron. We've got quite some journey. Um, After receiving this map, I'm a little pessimistic that we're going to reach there in 1 week. It seems that this might even take to be a 2 or 3 week trip. But nevertheless, if the dragon, this great dragon, does have the agents that he does, he will see that we're on the way. Again, I will have the gold that the Baron has given me for the ransom. I know, Guko, you have the books that he requires. And is there anything else that the party thinks that we need to have before we set parking the boar?
Suppose. Well, does anybody want to collect any sort of potions or anything? We might need curative potions. Let me ask you this: what are the stores like? I know we've loaded up the caravan with lots of people. Do we have any sort of dry grain or something? Food that could go, like beans that could go a long way
He said
in case.
for this amount of people, for what we've been able allotted, I have 3 days of food stored up for the party
That's
for everyone in the
We
camp.
better than.
should we should buy a cure wounds wand, at least for party use.
Okay, so a wand of what? A wand of what?
Wand of cure wounds.
A wand of dragoons.
So that's I heard that correctly. A wand of cure light wounds. Yeah, just mark that from the party fund. It should be on the spreadsheet
Oh,
there. You can add it.
Well, we've got 2 clergy members, and I'm a clergy member. Are you sure we I think we've pretty much got it sorted, don't we?
I am only seeing a wand of inflict wounds.
I mean, now I can dish out quite a bit of healing myself.
Yeah,
I just don't usually end up doing it because we don't seem to need it all that much. But it's more of an after effect. But
It's something that is better to have and not use than need and not have.
Okay. Well, it's not terribly expensive, so no reason not to.
I'm going to go ahead
You can all cheap to one.
Greer tells you, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head back to the back. Guko, the path is, I've let the one of the rangers, trackers ahead, know the route. He will be on horseback, and then the rest of the guards and
Of course, yeah.
the people we have here, they're going to be walking. We'll make sure we make camp. But I'm going to go to my vehicle in the back, and please, again, if you need anything, let me know. But you know, if it's not life or
Do you
death,
have
please leave me to my studies. What was that, Guko?
Well, yes, along the same lines, I've got quite a good deal of studying to do myself, so I didn't know if I could use the top of your tank to set up a little makeshift laboratory myself.
Unfortunately, my area is cramped as well. And me and what's his name again? I forget names. I have not played in a long time. Noir are going to be doing experiments and making potions for this journey. But the the device that I have provided for you should be spacious enough, is it not?
I'll make it work.
So without further ado, again, let me know if you need anything as he kind of rushes off. So,
Are we getting that one?
yeah, you got it. Just subtract it.
Okay.
So as the adventure awaits, everyone, let me know if you can see the new map.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Very forest swampy.
If you have the Sirenscape, then you can definitely hear. So as you start to venture out, you see an agglomeration of lush green dark canopies of adjacent trees, which merge into one another. You can see a small path, more like a hunter's trail. The party is slow at first, as you have this nice caravan building, or this caravan pushing along. Some of this forest looks untouched, besides, again, the simple woodcutters clearing the branches. You see an accumulation of broad and tall tree trunks with their roots deeply entangled inside the Mother Earth. It's kind of like they're holding one another, accompanied by young members of fauna in its proximity. A cool breeze whips up around the party members, just giving you a moment of pleasantness, and you find solace in that as you undertake the difficult mission ahead. As the caravan goes, it becomes apparent that a direct route from the city to the mountain is going to be too steep and rocky for the wagon and for the device that Greer is in. The footpath seems to break to the right along the top of a cliff, while the land to the left rides into a jaggedy rocky prominence that would be even more unsuitable for the wagon. The team follows that path that I mentioned before until you arrive at a little bit of a washout. Okay, give me one moment, guys. So, I will make sure I keep track of my days. So, each morning, the party is going to be on scouting duties, and they're going to head out range about 5 miles ahead of the wagon to check for danger and plot out a safe course. You're going to make sure that you advance as much as possible, climb hills and trees to observe the lay of the land, and try to pick the safest route and the most navigable route for the wagon. You can occasionally check back with the wagon, but most of the communication with Greer, is gonna be through he's familiar, is what I'm just telling the party what we're going to do. So for the most part, the first day is uneventful.
Yeah, it was right. Uneventful day that was.
Yeah, not very many events.
So is there anything that the party would like to do, and we can fast track this for your first day of travel? We have set out. We have made about, I think I have us around 15 miles. Right now, let's try and travel 15, 10 plus 2, d4. Oh, yep. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a survival check as a group. And your checks of right now, since you have 2 trackers, you get a +2 to those saves. So your survival, as long as your 2 hunters are alive, is +2. So great, Bert. So let me roll our 2d4s, Bert. 2. 10 plus 2. We have went 12 miles on the first day. The party is going to walk 5 miles. There's no horses for the party to use unless you want to take the horses off which you have already. Or would you like to walk the 5 miles to scout?
Aren't we inside the wagons as we travel, or
Yeah,
are
you're
we
inside
walking
the wagon. Greer has asked the party to scout ahead though, to make sure that it's safe. Right. Yeah. The party
Sure.
has their wagon to sleep and bed down on, but it is accompanied by like a hunter to guide the reins. With the party, he wants 5 miles
Sure.
out in front, and then you'll come back at night. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, are we able to go ahead, since we've obviously got some pretty good tracking done? Are we able to set a couple of extra beasts into the store? Like catch a deer, skin it.
Yeah, of
Put its
course.
meat in.
No. Of course. We can
You never know.
we'll call that foraging. So to go ahead and to add up, we have 3 days of thing. We have 3 days of supplies. We will take one off. Now, for foraging, the wagon carries supplies, and water is easy enough to get by, but you're going to have to forage for food or hunt for extra. We can do a nature check or survival check. And whatever you roll, we will pick that out.
Oh, another one? I thought that's what we was just doing. My bad.
So we have a 20... No, that was to see if you could, how many days you go. I mean, how many miles you went. So we have Juno with a 28. With a 28, Juno, you find a nest of rather large reptile eggs.
Those things are delicious.
I haven't had reptile eggs before. Are they?
You find 7 eggs.
You've never lived. My ex-wife used to lay those all the time.
I figured. 7 reptile eggs. How many people does one egg feed?
Well, what is odd
One's
is that these reptile eggs are rather large, as you know. They look to be like the size of your fist.
Basketball size. Oh boy. Okay. Word.
quickly now. Don't know what later.
See if I can't get it and get myself into these. We're taking these reptile eggs.
We got Guko. You have found the same. You have found a nest of. Well, it seemed to be like a lone reptile egg. While Nalia has found some dandelions that she has foraged. And
Dandelion and lizard egg salad.
Burke
Delicacy.
has found some edible mushrooms.
Those are tasty.
With those you have found, that was your foraging for that day. Among foraging with a perception check, you don't see anything that looks suspicious, Guko, even though you just find a nest. The characters bring it back, and I'm assuming you have Purify Food and Drink spell. Is that a cantrip or is that a actual? I can't remember.
I think, yeah, purify.
I also have potions to purify.
Oh, it says level 0, cleric 0. So do you have that?
Correct.
Okay. So do you not have that spell?
I mean, yeah. So clerics can have any spell. I'm certain I would have prepared that for a trip
Okay.
like this.
Okay, so it's no combat, nothing. So we're just, whatever, play loosely. So with it purified, we have 1 day of rations gone, but we have made a type of soup with the eggs, dandelions, and edible mushrooms, giving everyone a nice warm meal to eat. On the first day out, first day away from Nabor, and as you get higher at night, you really can see some of the light stuff from Nabor. Nabor's still there in your grab, so to speak. Morale is high in the camp. Burke, let me get a... Here we go. Everyone, let me get another survival check.
I hear something purring. You guys hear something purring?
Okay.
Is that you, Buck?
It wasn't me.
So with your 27 survival check, Burke, you think today the group is gonna be able to go 17 miles. Now, unfortunately, up to 2 miles above camp, as the party noticed it, but it didn't, dawn on them. You're met by, you hear a horse approach you from the back. As you can hear in the sirenscape, you can hear somebody walking up from behind.
Yep.
You notice this tracker covered in mud. He tells you that unfortunately the rains have caused a rather large mud pit that was unseen, and an unforeseen patch of deep mud that the wagons have blundered into. To pull the wagon from the mire, I'm going to need to part the bat track.
Well, I mean, hey, let's go for it.
So the party backtracks. You can see the horses there. Greer, you don't see him at all. You see the horses, the guards, covered in mud. One of the guardsmen looks up to Juno and Guko and says, Nalia, thank you for doubling back. Cause you see they have bits of wood. You see pieces of forest cut, branches. Well, they've tried to grab, branches and put under the wagon to get them out of the mud. I need everyone in this group to roll a strength check.
Oh dear. I was afraid of that.
Such a strong boy.
Where are those guards? Aren't they supposed to be strong, strapping lads?
Yep, you get a +2 for the guards for the strength check. So Nalia is a 12, Juno is a 11, Burke is a 4, and Guko. Okay. Okay. So it takes a little bit longer, unfortunately, to get it. The party manages to do it, but Burke now has noticed that he thought we were going to go 17 miles, but we only are going to be able to go 16 miles a day because of the backtracking and the time. The party's still making great time. Now, can we see the next thing?
Yeah.
15 miles into your first scouting, the party comes across a shallow river that cannot be circumvented.
Oh, I know this one. We have to ford it.
A river crosses the land in front of you, tumbling down from the nearby mountains. Its waters run cool and clear, burbling over rocks and sloshing against the stony banks. With no way around, the wagon, unfortunately, is going to have to cross it tomorrow. The river itself it seems very odd, this river, because it seems like it's wider, of course, which can be expected because of the rains. It seems about 100 feet wide, but as Bert, I'm going to just assume with the survival checks that you have, that you can see that it's about 3 feet deep. Medium-sized characters can wade or swim across it easily, but small characters must swim or be carried. It's going to take a lot of preparatory work. So, unfortunately, the wagon is going to take a day for everyone to get into this.
I'm going to need someone to carry me, too. I'm not very tall.
I'm all 3 feet tall. So.
Oh, you can
And I'm
drag
not-
my shoulders.
I'm not a very good swimmer either, so.
Now, the party is there at this river. What would the party like to do? Now, you haven't, the wagons is not there. Remember, you're about 5 miles up. What would the party like to do as you're at this river? Are we doubling back? Are we waiting? Are we going to cross it? What does the party like to do?
Well, if we've got that map, right? Is there,
No,
there is a
he
way
gave you,
to,
he gave you a crew, like Greer has a map that he personally has. The party has looked at it, and you're kind of navigating, just going 5 miles, trying to, you have the end point. That's pretty much what I'm saying on the map. The map is horrible.
I guess what I'm asking is there a bridge anywhere along the river? We'd sacrifice some time, but we'd at least get everyone across safely.
I'll tell you, roll a survival check. Or a nature knowledge check. Or an engineering check. Doesn't matter. Something like that. I will tell you with your engineering check that you think with 3 feet of water that the wagons can ford it, and that if you build a bridge, it would be a waste of time. Juno and Nalia seconds that. Guko, you think
But
that out
there's no
loud?
bridge on the. Damn. Oh, let me see what I have.
All right, let's make it happen then. Let's just let's get the horses to trudge us across. Shouldn't be too bad, right?
Okay, so I can assume that the party is waiting for Greer to come back, or for the rest of the caravan to come.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. As Greer comes, you see the teams of that's with you start to arrive. You hear the horses as they start to hit the water and start drinking. Greer, you see Greer. He walks up and comes to stop. This is the first time you've seen Greer since the journey. He's been holed up in his little tank thing. Guko, Juno, what does it seem like? How deep does the water seem? Have you crossed it yet?
I'm not exactly the one to ask, but they tell me it's about 3 feet.
Well, no point in building a bridge or anything of that nature. We'll just have to cross it and take our time. Has the group scouted out for any beasts or any traps that could be set?
We were waiting for you to come along just to make sure you were caught up. Didn't want to have a stretch too thin.
I see. Um, well, good call of wisdom. I'm going to have the wagon sealed up so that nothing is damaged.
All right, we'll do the scouting in the meantime.
Since I'll get on
Trackers.
sealing everything up. So the trackers wade into the waters with the party. You can use perception checks or survival checks. What you want to do? We got my trackers +2 on all those saves, and then +2 of my hunters. So I can tell you what Burks and Guko's perception. Yeah, Nolly's got a good perception too. Juno doesn't see much because it's shadow. He's a shadow boy, and it's bright out here. He just left hot topic, so his pupils are dilating. He can't see. But Guko's perception, Nalia, they lead the party across. With the survival, you don't see anything that looks like any like slide-ins. You know how big crocodiles kind of slide in, or any like nests. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. But you take your time and you relax and you look and you motion over for Greer and the other team to ford this river. You see Greer guide the horses. He's on your wagon now. He guides the horses himself while you wait in front, tasting the deep and find the least rocky path across. Cold water splashes against the wagons, and the horses and the wagons come along slowly behind you. The horses are whining, and they nicker as they push the water. The stout wagon creaks and groans, its wheels turning in the silts and the rocks of the riverbed. The crossing is tense, but all goes well. As the horses pull up on the riverbank, Greer calls out to you, and he says, "Good job. But remember, we may have to cross deeper and more treacherous rivers than this on our journey, and simply wading across won't be an option. We'll have to get creative in the future." Greer goes back, hops off his wagon. Sorry?
I'm just not to be too critical, but perhaps in the future, should you see the need to relocate the entire town folk this way, why don't we keep a path, like well maintained, build some bridges. Like I don't understand why we're literally traveling through the countryside with no roads if this is a place that you think that we'll be safe.
I don't think we'll be safe.
Well, then what on earth? I'm confused. All right, well, let's keep going.
I can sidebar. So we know we're going up to this monastery, correct?
Right, I just don't understand how there's no road to this monastery. It's like just like traveling through the countryside.
This monastery is rumored. No one has heard of it besides
wow.
Huntclay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like an old monastery on top of a mountain.
Does anybody else get the idea that we're just gonna walk for 7 days and just be at the top of a mountain?
Maybe.
And be like, wow, this is the top of a mountain. Let's go back.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
Maybe the real monastery is the friends we made along the way.
Or if Humphrey's the only one who knows where it is, maybe that's his base.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think I would like to run into Hunclay right now.
The party fords the river the next day. We're on day 2 now.
I think we should definitely put one of these trackers on a horse. Send him to scout ahead, just so we're prepared for.
So you want the tracker to scout ahead of you, 5 miles ahead of you.
Yeah. Wait. So I guess we're the scouting party.
Yes.
Yep.
I just I'm worried because we're the best defense for the townsfolk, and
like we're more guard duty than scout, so that's what.
What do you mean you don't trust the 2 guards?
Well, no, it's not that we don't trust them. It's just we don't trust them.
It's
Okay,
two
fair enough.
guards for 20 people and a whole lot of things. So
I
if
got
only
it.
someone were to attack the caravan, two guards are not gonna do much of a thing.
Oh, yeah, little faith.
But by the
I
same token, though, I guess we could just send the trackers ahead, and then they could just not come back, and that would be bad too. So I don't know.
Let's go with another survival check to see how many miles we go. Here we can make survival checks.
Yeah.
So you're suggesting we split the party?
Well, no,
24,
certainly not. Well,
21.
I guess party in a loose sense. I think the trackers should scout ahead and do their
17.
thing, and then we should
Yeah, just tell them stay safe. Come back if there's trouble.
Sorry, did perception.
we give them a horn, and blow the horn if they're in danger.
Okay, so we want to next day. We have now the party has went. Let's see, 12 plus 16. Party has went 35 miles. Are we now having the trackers go and scout?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. The two trackers go. The party is going to remain with the caravan. The party goes up and you meet with the trackers. This is day 3.
I'm not sure that's a good idea
Um,
because the trackers, if they run into something, they may not be able to handle it. I don't know.
Well, I agree completely, but so the alternative is we go scout ahead, and that's something that they can't handle attacks the main caravan with all the worthless townsfolk that don't know how to do anything, and then the only thing they've got is Greer. Although he does have a tank, I don't know how defensive is that. Does he really have like one of those ballistae on the top?
yeah, he does.
Maybe we
One
could
of
just
them.
train somebody to use it. They won't be completely helpless. And meanwhile, we, give them all bows and arrows, and every now and then one of them's got to roll a 20. I mean, get lucky.
um,
I guess we could split the party a little bit and send some ahead and have some remain with the caravan.
Oh, you know what? You kind of are our scout. Maybe you go direct the trackers, and then I can trust you to get them back should they run into trouble.
Okay.
okay, so
Maybe let's shoot to maybe 2 or 3 miles. You don't have to be quite so far ahead.
the new party led by Nalia and two trackers go, and there's no obstacle. We have 2 days of
One
food.
thing, I'm not good at survival, so
We have 3 days. Can I get? I'm going to assume that we have used survival. Now all cooks are here, all our trackers are still alive, and our hunters. That we have now foraged food. We have 2 days of food. We are 1, 2, 3, and every day we're successful, so we have 3 days of food still left. Nothing crazy happened. Okay.
so maybe Burke and me should go ahead because I'm not good at a tracker.
Sure.
Okie dokie.
So the next day ends. Who would like to go hunting? So I know. We're still foraging and hunting.
I'll definitely help.
Okay. Let's roll. Guko and Juno as Nolly and Burke scouts. They veer off to the left to go hunting. They won't be too far behind the group or the caravan. You hear where the sounds of birds gets louder. It seems to be a flock of game fowl feeding on the forest floor. You're out of the distance of your crossbows and your longbows. You think that in order to be successful, Guko and Juno, that you need to sneak up on the fowls.
Oh dear. Juno, I want you to quietly go over there and sneak up on them.
Thank you, Nolly, I took it off. So Juno. Juno and Guko. I need you to make a stealth check.
A what?
A stealth check.
Oh boy.
Oh. As Juno and Guko begin to go on the hunt, they begin to move stealthily through the brush. Twigs.
Damn it! Juno!
Twigs
Stepped
start.
on my foot!
Guko sits on the twig, and Juno steps on Guko's foot. Guko makes an uproar to hear the flock of birds fly away.
Fuck.
At the time of Guko getting back to the caravan and licking their wounds of the failed hunt, the caravan catches up with Burke. Analia, unsuccessful. Can I get another survival check from the party? I don't want to make this all about checks, but good. That's good. Okay, let's see how far we can go. Oh man, we're getting good. What's that, 16 miles? Okay. Burke and Nalia, you go with the two trackers, and you see about on the mile 40 mark. This is what you see. The scene that I have displayed. Would you like to investigate? Or would you like to go back to the camp? Let me go back to the caravan.
Oh. Like carefully investigate, yeah?
Yeah.
Like slowly approaching.
Okay. Make your stealth checks. You too, Nalia. Now, I'm going to assume that you've told your trackers with their bows to stay in the back.
Sure.
You see half of a hill has been cleaved away, as if by a swipe of some titan's axe or some god, revealing black, fossilized bones in the cliffside. The flat clearing below this cliff is a perfect sheltered area for a campsite, and indeed a circle of fire-blackened stones. And some abandoned camping gear show that you are not the first ones to pass this way. If you would like to do a perception check or a dungeoneering check, I can give you more details about this campsite.
So can anyone do a knowledge check on the bones?
Yeah, or perception check or anything.
The appropriate knowledge check.
Perception. Guko, you're not there yet.
What was
Oh, I knew that.
Oh.
I was just testing you. Good job, DM.
You, as you look around, you and Nalia, you notice an axe in the tree here. And a small, like I say, tent. But you notice that there's a glint of something under this slab of this fossilized stone. Not fossils in stone. But then as you make your way, you do see there is fossil in the stone. So over here is a fossilized stone, and there's a fossil in the stone. Sorry, I might be confusing with words.
You know what this is?
Yeah, this seems like a small glint or something. Or would you like to continue to look? It seems like a potion bottle, an empty potion bottle, half buried in the dirt, and it's corked. And inside, it seems to be like a roll of paper with something written on both sides.
Oh hell! Secret message.
Okay, I sneak up to it.
Okay. You find a note.
note.
Oh, sorry. You find a note. There we go. The note only has the first side only has a few lines from the journal entry. But it didn't look like a bird. Crassus said not to bother. But Dagmar was very drunk and threw his best axe at it. He searched for it. He searched for it all this morning but couldn't find it. Anyways, Uriel took 2 stone claws from the cliff and gave me one of them. Tomorrow will. The words run out. On the other side of the paper is only one sentence, scrawled in dark, urgent letters. The snakes are watching. Burke, as you go over to the axe, as I'm just saying the party is, you notice that this axe is very good quality. It is a +1 hand axe. It is inscribed with Dwarven
Nice.
runes.
I will point it to Noalia and say, "Can you grab it?" I will assume it's over 3 feet high, the axis.
It
Okay, I
is.
try to get it.
Yeah, you can just get it.
Right.
I'll say that you're not threatened. You take it.
we'll,
Now, Burke,
we'll reach up to
Burke,
here.
um,
Yep.
this fossil is half, and it's out. This fossil is out, like it's exposed. I will tell you that it'll take about, if you wanted the fossil, to excavate the small fossil, it'll take about an hour of work.
Now we got to take the fossil out, or
Yeah,
what?
if you want to take the fossil out.
Why would I?
No, I'm just saying if anybody wanted to.
Ah. No, I
Would
don't
it
see a
be
reason.
identified with the amount that is sticking out?
Acknowledge nature.
Yeah, knowledge nature.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
You have no idea. At this point, I will assume that Guko and Juno arrived to reach the caravan.
Oh, this looks
Hello,
like a pretty good camping spot, right?
It looks like a slightly dangerous camping spot, or at least slightly.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, I guess I see someone tried to camp here before, huh?
This mountain
Well,
is strangely formed. Hell.
If I look in the tent, is there anything in the tent?
No.
is the tent in good shape?
It is like the
Like it's
picture.
still standing? Not is it? I can't tell if it's torn or if it just looks small.
It's just so this tent was like a larger tent. You can see the back of it. So it had you see the back of it, how it's torn down.
This thing's been thrashed up a bit. Can we tell by what?
Ooh,
Oh.
good question.
Nope. Looks like it was thrashed up a bit though. Probably by something in nature, but
Yeah, I'm thinking an animal of some sort, perhaps.
See if I can identify that.
it's either an animal or a non-animal.
You see a
You know,
few.
that pretty much about covers
Mineral.
everything.
You see a few tent pegs, a short length of rope half buried in the dirt, scraps of canvas, scorched rabbit bones, and a half of a woolen sock. Again, it seems that this is a long abandoned campfire ring.
You go ahead and get that suck, Guka.
Yeah,
Can we
that.
talk? Can we tell
Can you what?
how long has it been? How long has it been abandoned? Do we think?
Um, with those rolls, it seems that you know at minimum a year.
Oh wow, that's quite a ways. And what are we afraid of? What's so dangerous here? What are we scared of?
I show you the note.
Oh, that's a note. He threw an. It was afraid of snakes.
Mm.
You know, I have bad dreams about snakes.
Have we determined if this is somehow like magical?
Those serpents, they'll get you. One of them got me for half of all of my wealth.
Your ex-wife again?
Yeah, she'll you know, she's poisonous. She's venomous like the best of them.
What's the linguistic classification for whatever species your wife is?
Oh, that's a good question. You got me. Maybe a basilisk.
Oh.
On the back of the note is the snakes are watching.
Mm.
Snakes are watching. Damn, they're always watching.
Is there anything that's a party like to do before we make camp? Not here. We're gonna continue going because we got another, you know.
Yeah. What is a stone claw? I wonder.
Of a fossilized block.
Okay, so yeah, we should probably press on then a little bit, and maybe we can get out of the snake's nest.
So you go 35 plus 16, 51 miles.
Is that axe worth anything? I guess chug
It's a
it.
So plus
plus
one.
1x.
Hey, that's not bad at all. Plus one axe. That's
Yeah, they added to the loot.
Okay.
give it to Nualia. She uses axes, doesn't she?
No, not really, and I don't need it.
Oh, are you sure? You use everything else? I'm just kidding.
The party, the trackers, we foraged another day of food. We're now leading into day 4. What you see is quite a beautiful night sky. As you lay
It's
down,
hand axe. Or was it battle axe?
as the party it was laying down and getting ready for bed, and the campfire starts to dimming. The stars are so bright that it seems to illuminate the sky. You can hear Guko's prayers under its breath, and as the party quietens down, Nalia thinks about Sandpoint and how she wonders if Broderick and her brother Marius, if he still is living, and her father Tobin is looking at these same stars. But all of a sudden you see shooting stars. You see about, which is very odd, you see about 3 shooting stars all at one time.
What? Did you see that? Buck, did you see that?
And what's even odd enough is that one of the shooting stars seems to be more north to where the party's going.
There's something special if you catch a falling star, right? You get to make a wish or something, right?
I wouldn't want to catch one. I would guess they fall pretty hard.
Yeah, right. Well, you could pick it up afterwards. I don't know if that counts.
But is it a falling star then, or is it just a stone in the ground?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What is knowledge? Is that like knowledge planes?
Mm-hmm.
If it's stars, it'll be nature, I guess.
Really? I don't know. So what do you want to know about the stars?
Is this a normal phenomenon, or is this appear to be?
It's very odd.
All right.
It's not normal. On a 17, I would say it's not normal.
Is there any sort of religious significance
Well,
to it?
as long as it is a
No, I
regular
mean,
shooting stars in the sky,
Desna,
maybe it's fine for something.
worshiper Desnas know that shooting stars just can be grant luck and wishes to those who are very devout to Desna.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm gonna go catch it. Oh, it's a bit
So,
off.
so it's religion then. Yeah.
So the party goes to sleep unless there's anything the party would like to do, and we will continue throughout the new day. We're on day 4. Survival check, please. $18. Damn, I keep on getting 6s. What the crap? Wow. 4. Okay.
Sixes are good, right?
Yeah, for y'all.
We're rolling right through this one.
Hmm. Yeah, y'all are. Okay, so I mean, I can't do anything. There's no obstacle today, and the party continues on to the next. $51. Okay, well, I'm gonna count that. So we are making our way.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach a couple of
14.
blokes how to aim that ballista, and I think we should keep the party together. I think we should stay with the scouting group just so that I think Greer can handle himself, and it's a whole lot of them, and they've got bows. It ought to be all right.
Okay. So not to speed up too much, but the party continues about their travels, and each night you start to see more falling stars. And Gugo, you take this as Desna is smiling on you, or casting tears on your journey.
Well, she sure has. Must be that falling star.
As the party, so what is the new marching order for the party?
I think we're gonna all scout,
Okay.
unless anybody has any objection.
Sure.
We'll cover the ground faster and we can all hunt at the same time.
You see, since you're scouting, as you walk up, you notice something eerie. You hear the insects. You've heard the birds and the chirping of nature. But everything stops. The only thing that you hear is the creaking of the trees. And the twigs breaking as you walk in the undergrowth of the forest.
You guys hear that?
It's like you notice that nothing's making noise except the forest itself.
Exactly.
As you walk up, the party notices you see a let's see if I can find a good picture of it. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, impaction. And the ground for you. You notice that everything, it seems, in this 1 mile radius is gone as something has crashed into the earth.
Good googly moogly. Is that a falling star? That's quite a big, it's quite a large one, isn't it? Can we find the source of the crater?
Yep, as you notice, you look. I cannot find any pictures for a fallen star. Star crater. I'm gonna get mad. It's a small fallen star. Unless it's a small one. Um, but what's even odd is that the party did not hear it crash. Felt no vibrations. The group is at the edge of the crater.
Wanted a shooting star, right?
What'd you say, Bert?
I was saying Google. You asked for a shooting star, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what this is. This looks more like I don't know, an asteroid or something. This thing's enormous.
I told you it will be heavy when it falls.
Yeah, true that. I'm glad I wasn't under that thing.
So what would the party like to do?
So, do we find were we able to find the source of the crater?
Yeah, you see it. I mean, it's there. You see a rock in the middle.
Oh, look at this! This is it. This is star metal. This is usually this stuff is wildly expensive. How big is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this stuff is this is the stuff of legends. Is it at least among Destiny followers?
Nice, nice. What will you make with it?
Well, you can make all kinds of. This is usually pretty dense stuff, you know. It's this metal is usually much heavier. It's said to have magical properties, although, of course, you know, that could just be myth.
Hmm.
Can we collect it?
Um. Yes. Let me see here. Okay. So as the party, you see the source of the crater, that made the impact in the middle. Um. Man, I don't know which one. Let me see, cause I gotta make sure. Okay. It is pale green. You see bits of pale green on this rock.
Ooh, this is a pale green rock.
There's bits of pale green crystals in the rock.
Nice. Chuck it in the bag if it'll fit.
It's going to take some time to harvest this. Do you think at least an hour, maybe two?
That's totally worth it. But if needs be, I can catch you up.
Mm.
But we're a bit ahead of the caravan anyway, right?
That's what the party wants to do.
So, what does Greer think about all the shooting stars?
The party is away from Greer, and Greer does not have an opinion of that right now. But once the party meets it, we can. But it is. Can I have what check would this be? Planes for this? For anything come out of space, right? Planes?
Probably.
Yeah, let's do a planes check. Unfortunately, Guko, so Juno, with that, you do not know. Nope, you do not know what this is. I'm gonna write what it is, so I know.
You should write what it is in my DMs real quick,
Chill.
just so you don't lose it.
Okay. So what would the party like to do? We have found this thing. We are mining it. Is there anything the party would like to do in this area?
Patrol, like watch around to let the miners have it properly, securely.
Well, the miners aren't there yet.
Oh, to guard it till they can be mined. Till it can be mined. I don't think I could mine it.
Nalia, you notice you find some indentions in the ground by this by the stone.
Okay.
Indentions in the ground leading up northeast of the impact of the crater.
I'm pointing them out.
It came from the northeast.
Mm-hmm. So what would the party like to do?
Mm.
So I might have missed some because my doorbell rang and I had to go answer it.
It's okay.
So why did you know? Oh, a pickaxe. Okay.
Mining away. Do we still have to take more time to harvest the
Well, no, it takes
little
about
rock?
2 hours. Well, not
Oh
two
boy.
hours, but like an hour. My bad. To carefully do it. You still have time. I mean, the caravan is still behind there. Are you back, Guko?
No, sorry, just a few more minutes. But y'all can
Okay.
figure stuff.
So what would the party like to do? Nolly has found it seems to be like indentions or tracks leading northeast from the crater.
What kind of track?
It seems to just be like imprints, like a one straight line.
Like humanoid imprints, or like reptilian,
Let something crawl out of it,
Um,
like ex-wife imprint?
all we
or
know
more
is
like
that
saging.
all we have it seems to be
Saging?
like if you were to see like a desert snake make imprints into sand leading from the rock to northeast of the crater.
Oh, that's pretty wild. I bet you that's the snakes. They're always watching, you know. You guys want to follow the tracks? Make sure it's clear it out.
I'd say we first secure this precious metal.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we go to follow the tracks.
Yeah, agreed.
So it takes an
Grab this
hour.
stone.
The party gets the what little bits of stone they can get out of it.
Very nice.
Hmm.
You guys want to check out these tracks now?
Let's do it.
Do we want to send?
Sure.
Let's send maybe the trackers back to the main caravan. Let them know what we're doing.
Okay, so is the party gonna start tracking?
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Ollie, you're a tracking expert, right?
Not tracking, just stealth.
Oh, right. Well, I can do my best here. I can't do my best. Burke, I've lost the damn thing.
He's over here.
7. Guko Nolly has a 6. So we got Burke. So Burke, you make your way and you find it seems to be a type of village. Everybody put your characters right here.
Ooh. I've never seen a village make tracks before, but I guess this is what it looks like.
Where do we put them?
Right here on
Bottom left
PG.
corner.
It's awful funky looking. Maybe they're like lizard.
Something about your ex-wife.
It could be. Could be my ex.
Maybe they're hobbits.
The party noticed that this is a very remote village. It seems native of sorts. You see these grass huts that have seemed to be newly made. But what's odd is that we have some type of stone statue or some type of stone device with a bridge, and then 4 stone type of statues here.
I wonder what those are.
As you go
What do
up,
they look like?
they look like the picture. As you look, you start to see on the ground here. There seems to be a watchtower, and it seems to be, you see like a, behind the stone here, the bottom, or like excuse me, you see like a hand reaching out behind the stone. A small green hand.
Investigate.
And if I find it, I try to identify it. I see it.
Yeah, Nawalia, you want to go ahead and take a look at that? I don't want to walk into anything pleasant here. We don't see. It's like place looks abandoned.
I mean, yeah, it's quiet.
That's not the same thing as abandoned.
You mentioned it's recent, right?
It looks abandoned to you.
This place looks abandoned to me. I wonder what. Can we tell how long?
Um, what would that be? Geography or something? Or
Yeah, or survival maybe.
survival, yeah. Burke. Let me see. Burke tells you that the place has been abandoned for at least a week.
And then can we tell why?
No, not from this place. Not from right now.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, let's go ahead.
Shall we check more closely to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Better?
Let's make sure that this place isn't trapped up and this isn't some kind of weird trick. But aside from that, yeah.
Could we have a description of the statues?
Oh, the what?
Statues?
The statues are as you see here. There seem to be like perfectly made statues, with a V, some type of strange rune on top. You have to get closer to discover more about them.
I get closer.
I go look at that hand. Is it like sticking out from under a rock?
Yeah, here.
But like it's someone's been crushed by the rock, or like hidden behind the rock, or
Hidden behind the rock.
okay. Well, I will point to the place. There's someone there.
There's a bloke hide behind him. There's somebody here.
There's someone there.
So, DM, is there actually somebody there, or is it, what is that, like a skeleton?
No, I mean nobody's there, and I mean nobody's moving on the map. I mean no one can see. You just see this hand behind the rock, kind of outstretched.
Is it on the ground or in the air?
On the ground.
Or resting on the rock?
I don't. So there's like a random hand, like a severed arm.
You don't know. It just seems like a hand like reaching out from the rock.
Yeah. I feel like we ought to be able to tell more about this place by looking at it, but let's
Well, you can't
let's
see
go.
it. You can't see. I mean, I didn't do that whole fog of war thing, but there's a whole bridge there that you know.
Let's go stir up a hornet's nest. I look behind the rock.
So as you look behind the rock, um, you see what it seems to be a half-eaten goblin corpse, as half of the corpse is gone and only torso up is there, and you see a look of horror on the goblin's face.
Well, I suppose that's better than a whole-eaten goblin corpse, right?
Well, I mean,
Look at it.
Is there a
It was
way
ripped,
to
it was ripped in
figure
half.
out? Is there a way to figure out what killed it? That if it's a lot of small bites or one big one or
Yeah,
something
you
like
can do a
that?
heal check. Heal check. Let's see. Unfortunately, you are not able to determine how it was killed.
hmm. Well,
Look at that thing. Yeah, it was ripped apart, obviously by something pretty strong.
is it warm?
Oh no, it's
No,
not
I guess
warm.
about a week old. This thing's started to decay.
Yeah, it's
But
decayed.
let's see what else is around here. Let's keep our eyes open.
As you look, you see the makeshift barrier that the inhabitants. You see a collection of small rundown huts surrounded by a crude, just like, barrier here. You see skulls of various creatures on the ground. Some gone yellow with age, but some quite new, hang from the walls of these huts. The huts themselves seem to be in good shape, despite being abandoned. But as you look here at this little palisade, you notice that a little bit of the palisade is gone. And what you also notice as you look across the palisade here, Guko, you see a goblin. Two goblins. One on this hut and one on this hut. Not moving. They're both hunched over.
Like on top of the hut, like on the
Yeah,
very roof.
on the very roof.
That's a bit odd, isn't it? Can we
Yep.
get past this palisade thing, or is it just like
Yeah, you
just like a
notice. You also notice. Um, that it seems to be these huts, despite being in good condition, you see how some of the roofing of the huts are ripped off and thrown on the ground. You see scattered around the both huts. You see twigs and branches and leaves and things like that. So you see a bunch of dead leaves and twigs around both these huts.
It's a bit unsettling.
And I
So
will
yeah,
put brown here as drawing it.
we don't see or hear anything else like any enemies waiting in the reeds or the rushes.
I mean, from what I've seen from the checks, yeah.
All right, well,
Birds still quiet?
What'd you
got
say?
28, sir.
Are the birds still quiet?
Oh yeah, the birds are definitely quiet. Let me see if I can find. I will put them here and give me 1 moment before anybody starts moving. If you don't mind, can we move back? I need to put the. Wow, where's my? Give me one moment. I'm gonna use humans for the dead. Okay. Um, the goblins are like hunched over, like they're just. Imagine if you just sat, or you kind of just gave out an exhaustion. They're kind of hunched over on top. Okay.
I wonder if they literally sat on top of their huts until they starved to death. That would be most unsettling. See, I'm gonna keep on making keep looking around every step I take, basically, just make sure.
Okay. Let me see
Advancing
here.
slowly.
So as you make your way over the palisade, um, you notice. Juno, are you there too? Because I haven't seen you move much.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kuko, you notice you start to see in some of these bodies. As you hit the brick and making a thud, you notice that the bodies here begins to shake and move.
Oh! I think this one might be alive.
Mm.
So after I cast Iron Skin, I'm gonna pull out my shield, but rush forward cautiously. Is this one moving or just
This one is.
that one? This one.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. Still alive?
So you walked over there. Hold up. Okay. That's a heal check. So as you go to investigate, you could go. You see. If I can show you. The one that did that. Go back to that layer. You can start to see on the creature where his hand is, the goblin's hand is. You notice that the creature, the dead goblin, starts to move even more.
But I can tell that it is in fact dead, and yet.
But it is moving.
Look out! I believe we've got us some form of undead. And 5-foot step.
Any other players like to do anything at this moment?
I could grab the banner. It's if I see some combat coming about.
Yeah, we've definitely got company. Wait, how many of these things are there? 1, 2. There's like 1, 2.
You see 1, 2. I mean, you see a lot of dead, but you only see this one moving.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yep.
I mean, ask the undead, the body thingy or whatever it is, if it can hear me as a character.
Where are you at? So, Nalia, you start to say if it can hear you, correct?
Yes.
At that moment, if you have Sirenscape, you can begin to hear a hiss. A hissing sound. It seems to be coming from up under the dead creature. Nalia, what you see is truly a horrific sight as you see a small creature start to claw its way out of the goblin. Nah, Guko, you weren't there.
I'm kidding.
Nah, I put one past me. The creature is going to crawl out of the skin, and everyone can roll initiative. Doesn't get a burst attack. I feel like everybody was on the guard.
What type of knowledge check is this one?
Probably planes.
Plain,
Anything dark tapestry.
plainly.
Who didn't roll initiative? I'm waiting for Nolly. Okay, so here we go. We got Burke, and then we got my
It's a
creature.
20 for me.
Burke rolled 20. So we got Burke, and Guko, Nalia,
Oops.
and okay. At that moment, the party just sees this one broodling, or whatever this little baby thing. Burke, what would you like to do?
Well, if we are, it seems hostile, right? Right. If it's bursted out of the body of that thing,
Don't let him eat me.
it's a monster.
Don't let it divorce me.
Saving throw. Okay. Let me roll my fort save.
Well, maybe from here.
Okay, it fails, and it takes that much damage. Okay.
It's a whole 3 points of damage.
And it is stunned. Okay. That's your turn, Bert.
Yep.
Okay. Kuko, what would
I
you like
have
to do?
the banner out.
Is that one? Did you inspire courageous?
I have my banner out yet. No,
What?
the banner of +1 in Spy Crush.
Oh, the banner is.
Yep.
Oh, okay. What music did you start?
Oh, it's a banner. I just wave it around, and everyone that can see it gets the bonus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if I have that buff built in, but all right, cool. I'll figure that. Yeah. Look at this thing. It's a bit unsettling. Let's going to 5-foot step, get my crossbow out and fire at it. And it, what is it? +1, +2 to everything.
For what? No, the
For the
flag is +1.
the current +1. Okay.
Mhm.
So 13, probably not.
That is unfortunately going to be a miss. That's your turn. Nolly, your turn. Nolly, your turn.
Look, I meant to use the Masterwork Star Knife.
Okay, you hit, doing 4. I see that damage. Good damage. Nalia, you walk up to the thing and you... Oh, you threw it?
Yes.
Okay, threw it, doing 4 damage. Okay. Last but not least is Juno.
Okay, let's get into it. You know me. I got precisely one weapon, and we're gonna swing it.
It's a pretty versatile one, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. Ugh,
You hit,
the versatile natural one.
slashing the creature in two, and lets out a horrible hiss as it's dead, splashing blood everywhere. At that moment, you see more pop up as it erupts from the bodies.
Fuck.
They're everywhere.
But I'm not going to do anything with them. That's just them erupting. The party now has a turn. We'll start back up the Burke. What you seeing before you, I'll describe it to you. This long creature, this long lean creature, has pointed, eyeless head, short legs, but no arms, and a barbed stinger at the end of its tail. Okay, Burke, your turn.
It's like 2 of them came out of each
Okay.
one.
No, 1 came out of each one.
Oh,
So I will. Let's see the distance. Yeah, it's pretty good. So from here, there's a burst.
Okay.
Although additionally, it's not counting the diagonals properly. So from here it will be
Let me
okay.
see. Let me change. I don't know why it's
no, yeah,
not.
they're like they're not.
Pathfinder,
They're not.
try that again.
The squares. The squares aren't synced
There
up.
it is. So this is the
There they are. They should be
range
synced up
for the
now.
next.
Oh, I guess when you the things they just weren't quite on squares. That was why.
Thunder call. So I need to roll my save. I'm gonna roll 2. So they both take the 1 damage and they're both stunned. Okay. These are stunned. Okay, it is your turn, Guko.
The 2 closest to me are stunned.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to step back and summon a space kitty. Right here. If you want to make him large. Actually, better yet, I'm gonna start him here and then have him charge this guy.
Make your attacks. 23. Yep, that one is done for. Where's the thing? Okay. Okay, now it is your turn, Nalia.
Okay.
Which one are you throwing at? How many sword arms you got? You throwing at this one? Okay, you hit that one, Nalia.
I have 4. 2 of them were Masterwork, and 2 of them are not.
Okay. Okay, I see your damage there. It is your time, Juno, now.
Phenomenal. So what I'm gonna do is get this. I'm going to walk up to the nearest brood thing, and I'm going to hit it with my sword.
The first one misses, the
I
second
hope
one
it fits.
hits, and the second one crits.
Do I get the second one?
Oh, you don't get the second one, so the first one missed. Yeah, my apologies. The first one misses.
Okay.
Juno, as you walk
That's
up,
okay.
trying to hit it, even with the plus The +1, it is unsuccessful as this area is boggy and you lose your footing. Okay, my broodlings are going to see this, and this one can go 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to try to attack you. Let's see if I can. It walks up to you and tries to hit you with its stinger, its tail attack. It probably will miss. 15, that is a miss, correct?
It missed.
The other one is going to try to walk here and sting you as well. 17's a miss.
Also, yes.
These will see Nalia and try to attack Nalia with a stinger. It's a miss, and this one will charge. And that's 15's a miss. 5, 2.
Weren't these two dazed from the?
Oh yeah, my bad.
stand?
Yeah, they're still my bad. Thank you, my bad. I get excited too, guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
It's okay.
Going to try to attack. That is a miss. Does this kitty actually have blood? Does a 20 hit? Guko?
The cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 20 hits?
Hang on a second. I think so.
That's 2 20s, okay. D6.
Yes.
Okay. So the cat takes 13 damage, and I need you to roll 2 fort saves.
Oh no! He's stinging my cat!
Ah, man. Okay, so it beats its fort save and take 13 damage. And those are my turns. Let's go back up from the top with Burke.
Okay, I will be pointing at these ones here. And do another call, another thunder call there. Killing them very softly. Slowly.
Burke, I think I have to roll a fort save, correct? And I believe...
Yep.
Okay, they both fail. Which one did you hit to, Burke, for me?
Those three from here.
Which one? Them? Yep. Oh, I need to
The
roll
three from
again.
here.
I need to roll again then. My apologies. Oh, so they all fail. They're all stunned. Please hold me accountable, Burke, for that. Are you ending your turn now? Bert lets out a thunderous thunder call. Yes, I use the word twice. And chuckles as he has stunned, keeping his partner, Juno, safe yet again. After Burke's attack, Guko will have his turn.
Go, Space Kitty!
Okay, which one did you attack?
So we'll go clockwise starting here.
Okay, so that one you killed, and this one is up, and you did 2 attacks. Yep, so that one's dead. Okay. So you killed the first one to bite. The second one that you clawed, the first attack didn't kill him. The second one did because Burke is aspiring, and then you would rake the person that you clawed. So you killed 2.
Got it. Go, Space Kitty! Much better. Are we injured? Anybody? Other than the cat? Anyone? Don't everyone answer at once?
Oh,
No, everyone seems good.
All right.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get to a more central location here, so I can handle things if I need to. All right.
Okay, Nolly, your turn.
I'm going to head kick this one.
Okay, Nalia. I see you hit. Are you want to use your ring for this one? Or do you want to save? Let me know when you want me to do. You want to do your ring attack?
I think I'll save it for now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you verbally tell me. So you hit that one. Okay. I see your damage. Okay. Okay, got you, Nalia. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Nalia, before you end your turn?
No. Should I create another attack thing for the ring?
No, it's fine. I don't think I'd have to roll a fort save. Just let me know when you want me to do the strength damage.
Okay.
Okay. Juno, your turn.
I'm going to 5-foot step this way. And I'm going to, you guessed it, hit this guy with my weapon. Jesus. I would like to stop rolling ones.
Damn, you missed twice. I'm sorry, Juno.
Oh, god damn. I didn't even know.
Oh no! You hit him. You hit him because he's stunned and he's denied his dex bonus.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
dex and -2.
Yeah. You hit that. You obliterate that one.
Let's go.
Yep, I got the expired Guko. Okay, so you obliterate that. My Broodling's turns. I can move now since it's their turn, right, Bert?
If it does the fortitude save, then
Oh, no,
it will
no.
move, yeah.
Okay, so these will attack Analia. Those are fails. This one will try to attack the kitty again. It's a fail. And those two are stunned. That's my time. Burke, your turn.
I'll continue hitting the same ones. Well, I gain some more damage.
Good. Let's see if I can roll out of this. Oh, 1920. So they are not stunned, but you did do some good damage. Some really good
That's
damage.
3 points.
Mm-hmm. 3 points.
It's half.
Guko, your turn.
Go, Space Kitty!
16, that's a hit. 13 some hit because you got the +1s. Okay, yeah. That one's a hit too for the Space Kitty. What would Guko's character like to do?
Wow, I'm going to 5-foot step here, and actually, I'm good where I'm at. And I'm going to shoot a crossbow at this guy.
Okay.
Oh, I suck at this.
Which one did you hit?
Well, probably none, but this one.
That one? Yeah, you hit that one.
Ha! Take that!
Big hit. Okay, Nalia, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm talking, but I'm muted. So. Okay, no ring.
Okay. Oh, 6. Which one are you hitting? The same one? Okay. That one is now dead as it hisses. Good job, Nalia. Juno.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
And
Nalia.
my move action, take a 5-foot step and go right here.
Yep, you can.
It doesn't require moves, just the 5-foot. It's a free action.
Okay, if you're ending your turn, it's now Juno's turn.
Check this bad boy move out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right up, right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hopefully be able to attack both of these guys. So if the first attack kills one guy,
Mm-hmm.
then you know the deal.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Good hits. They are now gone.
Ooh.
Now it's my turn, and I'm going to try to attack Nalia's character, which I miss, and now it's Burke's turn.
Okay. And let's see how I could find this. from here. Yeah, well, I will in at this place. And do another.
Okay. 2 sonic damage. Guko, your turn. And I'm stunned.
You are stunned. Alright, go get him, Space Kitty! Wow! Oh, that didn't work. I don't know what happened.
When the other way around.
Okay. And that one
Cats
is
love it.
deleted as well.
Didn't just get killed, it got deleted.
It was killed.
Like to examine those snakes, see if there's the ability for me to collect the poisons from it.
Well, all of them you tried to.
There's another one that showed up.
No, I just put it there so you can see it. This is what the creature looks like. In the bottom left.
Or glean it for other trophies of various sorts.
What is harvesting poison? What's that DC?
20.
So how many times? And if you fail, you get poisoned, correct?
Well, yeah. So I have well, actually, hold on. Let me see. I don't know if I do anymore. Had poison use, but I don't think that. I think I retrained it.
Okay, well, if that's the case, it is what it is.
Yep. I just can't remember.
Okay, so you do notice that these creatures have a stinger. Has some type of poison, and you know that it buried inside the goblins and came out. What would the party like to do? We still have a goblin camp here to investigate.
In the corpses, maybe to check if the ones on the roof died starvation or
Yeah,
something.
give me. Let's do a heal check, and we can see as we pull the goblins from the roof down.
Should put some point there. But maybe not, because not glass skill. But
Unfortunately, Bert can't tell you anything. Nalia tells you that they died from starvation. And you know that at least takes 2 weeks. So it's camp abandoned for a week, but we wasn't sure. But we know that starvation takes about 2 weeks. A week to 2 weeks for a goblin.
They literally starved to death.
So we have a couple of clues. We
Yeah.
have this camp was abandoned for 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe more. We have shooting stars, but now we have a comet or a shooting star that failed that didn't give off a sound. And it couldn't be from a shooting star that happened last night.
Well, if they all ran in such a hurry, or hopped on top of their huts, maybe they left something of value. Let's look inside the huts.
Okay. You see there are 5 main huts. You see about 2 dugout canoes are leaning against the side of one of the huts.
Interesting. What's in this chest over here? Lots of money.
It just seems to be animal, animal skulls. And some of the skulls are boar, deer, wolf, and even human. But you do see that the newer skulls are toothy reptilian things. Guko,
Yes, sir.
with the perception check you just made, as you're looking around, you notice in the distance on the hill, you see a humanoid creature mounted on some sort of horse-sized reptile silhouetted against the bright sky. It turns its oddly sinister head as if it's looking directly at you. It then kicks its steed into action and disappears behind the rise.
Why? Like up here,
Just
or
into the
like way up?
into the distance.
Well, somebody knows we're here. Not sure how we missed that in the first place, but could I tell what like race it was? Type of
No,
creature.
that's not what I told you.
All right. Well, let's scour the area. See if we find anything else interesting. Do a thorough once over of the whole zone.
You
It'll
know
take
what?
a couple of minutes.
You know what? Guko, do you have? I think it's Arcana. Does anybody have Arcana check?
Yeah. Nope, I lied. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Juno. Um,
Oh no.
Guko describes to Juno what he's seen. Juno did not see it. And Juno tells you that it sounds like some type of serpent creature or serpent folk.
That's a little odd. I wonder if they're to blame for these. What are these anyway? Parasites?
Something like that.
As you look, you also look around the camp. You see something quite familiar. You see tracks that look like Burke's footprint leading away from the tracks. So it looks like kobold tracks. But you also see the decapitated head of a green kobold in one of these chests.
Oh boy. Kobolds are taking over the city again.
So what we have found, I would take notes. We found a head of a kobold. We have a serpent folk. We have falling stars and parasite creatures.
Hmm. This is all very interesting.
Right. I've about had my fill of parasites for the day. How about you?
Mm, I didn't have this in the itinerary. I think I'm good in following these.
Indeed. Let's see.
I just feel as if, whenever, as we get closer to this monastery, we're gonna find nothing but greater trouble.
Yeah, I say you're right. I think we ought to get back to the caravan before something goes wrong.
Before we leave this scene, is there anything that the party would like to do or go?
Um, I wanted to examine if there was anything up on this little hill.
Yeah, the statues might have something on them.
As you go and you look up, you do notice something.
Oh god, it's a dragon!
No, that's just your ex-wife.
He's catching on. In the center of this, even though it does not go to the center, you see this emblem. Can I have a wisdom check? Only Guko can do this. No, I guess everyone can. Guko, you recognize this symbol as a symbol of the Mother of Monsters, Lamashtu.
Yeah. This is bad news.
In the middle of this, you see where it seems that you guess the goblins have dug circles. 3 circles. These 3 circles hit the edge of the four statues. The 4 statues have inscriptions on them, which is odd for goblins to have inscriptions. You know this. And as you look, 2 of the 3, let's say like moats or indentions, have a red substance in them, dried red substance. But the one closest to the symbol does not.
Like, those filled with blood, but the third one is not done.
Yes, sir.
That's disgusting. I don't want to see what happens if they fill the third one up. You suppose we should, dig the others out?
These things came from falling stars, which are symbolic of Desna, and Desna and Lamashtu are enemies.
Well, I don't know what you mean by what things came from the falling stars.
The snake things, they seem to have stopped this ritual from happening.
The snakes stop the ritual.
That's possible. I don't know that the snakes. I think the snakes may have come from the lizard folk that we just lost. The serpent folk that was on the horse, or something else. But it's hard to say at this point.
I assume they'd come from the aspect that
It's possible. Did we get that from the roll? I didn't.
What? No, that's just the party talking. I'm letting the party talk and theorize as they investigate the camp.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This cowl head was like just something they ate, or some
No,
symbol or something?
it's decapitated. It was decapitated kobold skull, and it looked like
Like
and you find
just attacking them.
and you find in the camp a robe similar of the kobolds that you fought that were green in the town at the auction. Juno was not there for that.
So, is there a way to destroy this ruined thing so that it doesn't get finished?
I guess you could just use your shovel or something and just cover it up, or just take it out. I mean, just disrupt it. I guess, right?
Yeah, we can dig up the other 2 holes. I get all the holes supposed to be blood carriers. I guess you knock the statues down.
No, we can destroy the statues.
What are the inscriptions on them before we knock them all down?
Okay. They are in Abyssal. Did anybody read Abyssal?
Juno reads Abyssal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Juno, you read every statue, and I will let you tell the party.
Hold on. Juno's really gonna put his people in this one.
There we go. And it says that on everyone.
And each what are they called? Pillars? Fuck.
Statues, whatever Juno wants to call them.
Yeah. Each statue is inscribed with the following. And may the mother and the father of snakes give way to another. And may the mother
How about this?
and the father,
Let me type it. And may the
father and mother of snakes give way to another.
this won't be as confusing. Okay. And may the father of snakes and mother give way to another. There we go.
And the father of snakes and mother give way to another. Why do I have a suspicion that my grandfather's attempting to become the father of snakes? If that makes any sense. Who is the father of snakes? Does anyone know?
Well, let's do a religion check.
And my in-laws?
I figured as much.
We got 18, 22. Let's see. So the mother we know as the mother of monsters.
Gilgamesh or whatever her name is.
There's a Lamaster too. There's a couple of things. There's Yig, the great old one. He is undoubtedly the least evil of the great outer gods, but he's still terrifying. Deity. Yig's true form is that of a scaled monstrous humanoid with a snake's tail and head. So we have Yig. And then we have I don't know how to say this. I think this is Desiris that we know of. Hold up. Let me spell this. I don't know how you pronounce this. This word. We have two. He is an ancient deity, a patron of serpent folk, a race of snake-like monster humanoids who battled humans of ancient Aslanti during the Age of Legend. He was killed.
Yeah, Darius.
He was killed by an ancient hero, and she threw his headless body into the lightless darklands down below. He cast his still conscious skull into a lake of fire before succumbing to his venom. He has clerics that can receive divine magic, and a sure sign that he has not followed a rodent in true death.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Very.
What's that?
Alright,
Sears? Why the Sears? I don't know.
Last time I let you read. Alright, well, I suppose we ought to knock these statues down.
Too soon.
Ow!
No one got that joke.
Made a snap.
No one got that joke. Anyway, okay, we knocked the statues down. And crumbling is heard, and it seems that when the statues fall to the earth, they break.
Yeah, we better get back to the caravan. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Let's go.
Guko got out of there. The symbol is wiped away. The creatures are gone. They're just laying there on the ground. Okay? The group makes it back to the caravan. You go back to the caravan. This place was kind of out of the way, of course. The caravan now, how many miles is the caravan? I believe 78. The caravan has went 78 miles.
Chopping along.
We're 80 now. 80 something. We're on day 6. Greer looks at the party as you walk up, and he looks kind of flustered. And he looks and he replies to the group and says, "The map, in the distance that I originally thought, something seems to be off."
It wasn't a very good map you gave us.
Well, it was given to me by the Baron. It seems that this journey's going to take us maybe a lot longer, but it seems that, if you can't tell, the humidity is changing, maybe due to the rains, which is odd for this time of year here, and the widening of the creek. Have you noticed the animals are a little bit bigger? The trees have larger leaves. It doesn't seem that the plants are a native. It seems very invasive.
Or are we shrinking?
It seems that the place around us is getting larger. Or you're right, Burke, we could be shrinking. But I can detect no magic.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, I suppose we could start measurements, you know.
He said that's a good way to test the hypothesis. So start measuring to see if throughout the following days to see if something seems odd. It seems like there's some type of like an aura or some type of curse or just I just get a feeling of ill will on this caravan and on this journey.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we don't have long to go, right? Maybe just one more day.
We haven't even made it to the base of the mountain yet, Guko.
That's a bit odd. So, how far away is the base of the mountain from here? We can see it, right?
The party can see the mountain. And Greer looks at the trackers, and you see him kind of fidget with some devices. Greer tells you that we haven't even made it to the hilly part yet. It could take another 2 or 3 days to get there. And putting us behind 2 days.
Well, it is what it is, I suppose, at this point. But can we can make some sort of estimate, figure out how far away we are, and then if we feel like it's 2 days away, and then 2 days go by, and we're only halfway there. We'll know something is going wrong.
Now, let's say it 3 days at the most.
Okay. Well, it is what it is then. You ever eat snake parasites? They're pretty good. We brought some back with us.
So you're bringing one of the bodies back?
Well, I was kind of kidding, but sure. I mean,
No, I mean, I don't know. You let me know.
yeah, no, it's probably best we leave those where they are.
Yeah, I don't think they agreed with anyone else's stomachs.
So, I
Miss
guess set up
that one,
camp.
Kuko.
That was very nice. Nicely done, I might say. So, set up camp and do a little bit of evening hunting.
The evening hunt. Let's see what we got here. Okay, you see a with a 14. Nalia, you're gonna get again. You got some pine nuts. Burke is going to come out with what seems to be. Burke tracks down a nest of fowl birds, of bird eggs. Guko is able to find. What we got here? Is able to find some honeycomb. So we have another day of food for the party members. Bert, can I get? I'm using survival checks as well. I'm not. We're just double them up. You don't have to keep rolling. The party goes 15 more miles from 78. Let me add that. So we're into day 7. Guko measures himself on a tree. This day is. Let's see if this day is uneventful. The party is making their way down this path, or cutting the trees and the branches to not impede the caravan's journey. A large tree has fallen across the only path, halting progress. I need the group to make a strength check.
I say we just saw it, you know, and then rolled it out of the way.
Well, we already saw it. Now we just have to get it out of the way.
Very nice. I mean, like an actual saw. I pull out a traveler's any tool and
Okay. That's easy.
saw.
So that takes time to do. Cutting the trip by.
Yeah, I guess if we can just move it, but I'm guessing. How about I turn this into a saw?
Yeah, all right. Well,
Yeah. Well, it takes
looks like the sign is
a
gonna-
mile off. Make a perception check. Guko, you notice that the tree, this large tree that has fallen, it didn't fall on an angle. It didn't fall kind of haphazardly. As you go to pull out your saw, you notice the base of the tree, and it seems to have been chopped or cut itself.
Oh, I knew it! I'm gonna inspect it a little bit. See by what means. Like an axe?
By an axe.
And then pushed in a direction to block the road.
Yep.
How recently?
I mean, I don't know. I guess within the last week.
Blimey, this is it's diabolical. Somebody is trying to keep us from getting where we're going. I wonder.
Must be someplace important.
Well, there's nothing else for it but to keep on literally chopping wood, as it were.
Sure, we must go forward.
The party chops wood. Some of the pieces that are big enough, or not too big, you use for firewood for the camp. The party, it's only been 6 days. Now you're on your 7th day in the wilderness. It seems like you've done this before, and you're in an endless cycle of forging this path. The days, you've gotten up at the crack of dawn, you're going to bed at dusk. The days are starting to blend together, and the only thing that's really keeping the days apart is what little differences in throughout that day. Last night with the comet, day before the dandelions. And you can see that the journey is starting to weigh on the cooks, on the trackers. People are being more quiet and more reserved. In the first couple of days of the journey, laughters, the clinks of ales being toasted and cheered, the sounds of songs can be heard. But now a sense of dread has befallen on the men in the caravan.
Burke, we might need to do a little something to lift spirits. Yeah, more damage to the wood. How about we have like a big meal tonight, like a banquet of something of that nature.
Sure. Do we have enough food, or should we go look for more?
Yeah, I think if we want to do a banquet, let's see if we can roll a hunting encounter to see if we can even do that. 13. Okay. The party, as they go out hunting, uncovers a brace of rabbits grazing in a meadow. I need a group to roll a dexterity check for who's going to go on this hunt.
Dexterity.
Yeah, because you're going stealthy. Sorry, you're going stealthy. I didn't mean to say dexterity.
Oh, right,
my bad. Stealth check. My bad. Stealth check.
Well, yeah. It's quite.
So Burke, okay. Nolly, okay. Anyone else going on the hunt? So Burke and Nalia go on this hunt, tracking down the rabbits. I need someone to roll. I need you to roll whoever's going to attack. I need Nalia to roll an attack as you track down the rabbits.
But I think I have a +10 to attack.
And I'm not using the ring.
Okay. Nalia, you're able to get one rabbit for the meal tonight and do type of stew. It's not a big game. It helps. Burke's song and dance helps boost morale a little bit. But it seems to.
I could shoot one.
Oh, short bow. Okay. That's good. So we got 2. Let's do. Hold up.
If we are 2 looking for food and we found rabbits, it's better if we both fire at the same time.
2. Okay, so 3. We have 3 rabbits for the camp, the split amongst the 24 or the the party, the four. So 19 people. The 19 people plus Greer, so I guess 21. So 21 people. The meat definitely does give a little boost of actual game to the group, but it seems that it's mere it's kind of didn't quite do the trick, but it's gonna get by from now. The morale of the camp didn't go any lower, but it wasn't raised. A new
Well,
day.
every little bit.
Yeah, a little bit ever helps. A little bit helps. So the party now makes their way to another day. This time the party hears the sound of water. But the sound is quite loud. On the 100th mile, the party runs into a river bigger than the last one. A mighty river sweeps across the landscape before you, easily half a mile wide, and much too deep to ford. Branches and whole trees even float past in the current, as the sunlight lends a golden sheen to the rippling, murmuring waters. You see Gur step out, again, one of the very few times. So, this looks too deep to ford. I think we're going to have to try to build some type of raft or device. A bridge would take too long. What do you four think?
Yeah, definitely. Unless, yeah, I don't quite have I don't have any prayer that would take care of it. So.
Well, I think we're gonna need all hands on board. Building the raft, I think. You see Greer start to ponder. Maybe take 3 days, maybe 4, which we don't have that time. Is there anything that you four might have seen in your journey that would help us build a raft faster?
Oh. A broken up tent. Large tree that has already been cut down. Several huts.
You found huts.
Yes.
Or were there any inhabitants in these huts?
If you define inhabitants as living, no.
When was this? Why wasn't I told about this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, even in those huts, there wasn't anything that would help us cut faster, was there?
Well, no. I suppose the hypothesis is that we could have more ready available material out of prefabricated huts.
Oh, indeed. Possibly, yeah, I suppose.
It would save time on cutting down trees and the labor and forming it. Is the area still safe?
It should be, definitely.
Is this a job that the four of you need to go handle, or can I send a tracker in a couple of hunters to go fetch supplies.
Yeah. Honestly, it probably requires us. There was an encounter with another group of beings that never seen before.
He says, well, we'll get started on cutting down some trees and you head back. It's about 20 miles back, so it should take you maybe a day to get there and come back. We should have the groundwork for the rafts made by then.
I scribbled down the message that was on the statues on like a little piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and I hand it to Greer, and I just ask him to tell me what he thinks of that when we return.
Interesting.
And that
I will consort
And I
what
probably
notes
will
I have
look.
here, and I will give this a ponder. So as the group goes back, the noise of the mighty river dies down, and you actually notice some things you missed. You see that the flies and maggots have started to build up inside the exploded bodies and of the unknown creatures that you know of. You do notice that you miss 2 dugout canoes, 15 feet wide.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. 2
I
dugout
didn't
canoes.
think,
So you find those, and
when what is like a canoe like for river or what? I don't understand the first word.
oh, they're
What
two. They're,
canoes?
they're dugout canoes, like they're from logs, from
Oh,
huge
okay.
from huge tree trunks, from huge trees.
Yeah.
And you break down the village. It takes the party about half a day. You pack it up. You have a couple of trackers with you, and you finally make it back. You see that Greer has laid the foundation for a couple of the rafts. You see the men very busy at building the rafts. When the party arrives with the canoe, you're able to cut 2 days work off. So instead of being 4, with supplies that you now is 2 days to make the rafts. The days go by pretty uneventful. And that's what we'll pick up next session, is crossing the river.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we will find the
And we all level up.
Oh,
4 levels.
now 3 levels. You're asking too much.
Brother shot.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Y'all have a good night.